Alright, so I tried to stream this, but it did not work at all. So I wanted to try to just record it. Hopefully it just records. It's recording just fine. Um, but streaming right now, it's just not possible with this type of gear that I have, with this mid-level laptop, with this Athlon Silver um processor. So which is something because you would think that technology would be at a point, but for me, but whatever. The tech is out there. I just gotta I just gotta rank up in the YouTube game. So um it's Thunder God Rami for right now. It's around the creative space. Right now I'm just listening to some peaceful music. You guys shouldn't be able to hear this. The desktop audio is mute. And right now we're just figuring out YouTube, right? We're figuring out I'm setting everything up, I'm getting everything where I want it to be, and pretty much just laying down complete like foundations for YouTube, just building some type of consistency with the website, with the platform, with just getting my feet wet, right? So in the last video, this was me going over like who I was subscribed to on this channel and things of that nature. Things of the nature. So we went over the document that I recently had. And the thing with fan engagement is the network. So I was looking at essentially making a niche, finding that niche, and being able to properly market it. And what I was looking at, there's so many YouTube channels out there that are based around a personality, like just like a for fun, like it's ran by one person, such as the King of Lightning channels, such as the Quasi Johir channels out there. And the fact is, those channels that are that are new to the YouTube space, that are new to this game, it's not a it's not something that is very monumental. It's not something that's very profitable in this point in time on the platform. And that's simply because of what we talked about in the last video of the niche in the network. You can only do one thing, and in these things, people try to do all of this. So if I were to have the Thunder God Rami channel marketed as that, and I try to do all of this, it's basically setting myself up for failure and for disaster. Whereas if I had a name that was more network based, something where I could have one channel for all of these different separate niches, then at that point, then at that point, it's easier to flourish as a channel because it's actually something that people are watching. So here I have making blocks of time, making moves in the YouTube industry, Origin Network, something I can group a network. So the biggest thing here is organization. Being able to properly market the niche. Being able to accurately properly market the niche. So here I can now keep in mind I can easily just do the stories, keep that as my one niche, and just go with it like that. But in order to be a multifaceted channel that I want to be, because I know that it's one thing for me to just do one thing all the time and not worry about anything else. It's something completely different to then be able to do art, and then be able to do book reviews, be able to do business development, being able to make workout videos, traveling, vlogs, the spiritual help videos, the self-development videos, the dieting, the gaming, the teaching, the personal development, the live streams, anime reviews, things that I feel like the more niches that I have, the more niches, the better, right? Now, I'm in a space right now where my goal is to be more in a place of vacancy of mind. Being in a state of a vacant mind is very ideal and required for me, right? Whereas I'm here, as we focus on these things, even with game design, even with the reviews, the top tens, the character profiles, that's for like multiple characters for characters when they're fiction, and pretty much being like a fan channel. To have all of this stuff on one page requires scheduling. So I'm here on Paint. Here on Paint. Do the same thing I did in the last video. Actually, going to put the business days in here. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thursday, Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Right? So these niches all have to fit. These niches all have to fit within these 7 days. So that's to say that. So let's look at another great example. Another great example for this is Overly Sarcastic Productions, right? Where Overly Sarcastic Productions, they upload new videos every Friday. Every Friday there'll be a new video from Overly Sarcastic Productions, which is funny because it's the first time that I've actually looked at this as a fan. It's right here, but I've always had the mindset of like, where's the next video? It's there's one every Friday. Every Friday there's a brand new Overly Sarcastic Productions video. But I love these guys. They are great at what they do. This is one of my favorite YouTube channels ever. Period. Like me, this is like, I love the art direction. I love everything about it, right? So this is one of the major focal points of my, or one of the, not focal points, but inspirations. So one of the main focal points to my inspiration, that's very accurate. So you look at their uploads, right? They upload every single Friday, very consistently, right? So I can do the same thing with Journey Across Stars, and basically record the chapter. So if I look at what I have to do there, if I look at what I have to do in that space, we'll just keep this super simple. So in order to have one of those types of videos that I'm calling just a simple, okay, that's not bright enough. Have it darker red. So have a video summary. Having a video summary, right? Having a video summary channel, or a video story channel, right? So having a channel like this and being able to properly manage it. So I need to upload a video every Friday, right? And each of those videos would need to have the process. So I need to record it. I need to animate it. I need to write the chapter, which is what I'm doing right now, which is what you guys see. All right, chapter. Write the chapter, record the video, record the audio, animate the video, write the chapter, record the audio, animate the video, render it out, upload it, and then market it. So this is a great process, right? This is an amazing process. And I love this thing that I can do throughout the week, right? And then have the video done by Thursday. Proceed throughout the week. Finish video by Thursday. Upload on Friday. That would be my ideal schedule for these videos. Now, then you have the things like Patreon, right? Then you have those types of Patreon type of these bright fine colors. Patreon, right? So you have the Patreon page where that needs exclusive content. It's just me figuring everything out, right? So I'd need a story that was also specifically and only on Patreon. Specific for Patreon, right? A story specific for Patreon, right? Exclusive content, a story specific for Patreon. So I need to be making 2 different videos for there, as well as, like, let's say I'm doing Journey Through the Stars, right? I could post some behind the scenes, or some type of exclusive content for that. I could even do like phone wallpapers, etc. Right? Phone wallpapers, posters, T-shirts, etc. Right? So it's basically doing those 2 things, and this is the confusion that comes with being a YouTuber and being within this industry that is digital film, right? The biggest thing is people don't look at the where's my channel? Here's my channel. People don't look at the industry that this is, right? I'm at 3 subscribers right now. I hope to have that be like 3 million, you know. But the thing is, having that as a, excuse me, I don't know why I just did that. That was disgusting. But essentially having that linked with the Patreon, having that linked with the Instagram, its own Instagram account, as well as the other Instagram accounts that I have, such as Instagram Magazine, my personal Instagram, and of the others and sorts. So whenever I start to think like that, when I think about not only this channel, but also Zenshio Magazine that I have to focus on, also the Patreon that I have to do, also the conglomerate that I'm creating around all of this, it really gets to a point to where it's like, yes, I want to be able to do all of these things and properly have all of these niches. I can't make a channel. I can't make a channel specifically dedicated to each one of these, right? It's just not going to work. What works is the stories. What works is the art. What works is the book reviews, right? What works are these videos here. And the thing is getting people to a point to where they're engaged with those videos, where they get to a point to where they're enjoying the content no matter what it is. So it's really a thing of me needing to show my personality, me needing to be able to me not needing be not me needing to be able to, but me being able and me effectively showing my personality and who I am. And as this is the focus for us small YouTubers, right? So people who are in my same boat of 0 to like 1,000 to 100 to 5,000, et cetera, et cetera. So um, it really gets to a point of quality content, quality content. Now, I at this point in time, I'd love to just put this document that I'm working with and essentially put it on like my Patreon page, right? Um, and basically, you guys being able to benefit from that, just for me to have something on there, right? And as well as screenwriting. So with everything that I'm doing here, if I'm looking at what I'm doing personally, right? So this is just like I said, this is me organizing the channel. Nothing is super set groundwork. I'm working on Zen shows. There's a new one coming out this Friday. I'm really excited for it. I'm really happy for it. Um, and uh, basically all these other things with this YouTube channel. So essentially, it's Patreon, YouTube, Instagram. These are the three platforms that I'm on right now. In terms of my accounts. Now, YouTube gets super confusing because of the amounts of accounts that I have. I have way too many YouTube accounts, way too many YouTube accounts, to where it's like I want to do all these things, but it's too much of a hassle. So when it comes to name, I would love to just focus on one name, right? So but on Instagram, I run Zen Show Magazine. That's what I upload on primarily. I also have a One Piece account on Instagram called Ronald X Shanks, as well as I have a my personal I have my personal Instagram account, Rami Lee 717. So those are my three main accounts. Let me see if I missed one at all. Those should be my three main accounts there. Yes, and I also have a Thunder God Rami. I also have a Thunder God Rami Instagram account, which is kind of like um a bridge to my personal Instagram account. So Patreon, it is also Thunder God Rami. I'm really looking to make that the main the main niche for my channel, the main name for my channel. Um, and really being able to to properly upload everything there. But it's a belief factor that I have. That's the problem with that. in terms of in terms of that. So when I look at Instagram, right, I have four different Instagrams. Zen Show Magazine, Ronald X Shanks, Rami Lee 717, Thunder Guy Rami. Ronald X Shanks is a I also have another one that I'm not going to bring up. I'm not active on that one, but that's more like a curly page magazine, if you know what that is. That's like you post Instagram models and they get engagement. But both of those accounts specifically work for driving traffic for Zen Show Magazine. So that's the strategy with that, is that hopefully that generates fans for Zen Show Magazine. So it is possible for me to be able to generate fans from the Thunder God Rami page, as well as having two other accounts, right? And then having the one Patreon account that people can go to. And the biggest struggle is unification. The biggest struggle with the I'm sure it's it's platform wide, right? Platform wide on the entire YouTube server is how to unify all of these things. Now you look at this, and I tried to basically record a lot more live streams, but they weren't working out. Um, they weren't working at all. So which is just the thing. Um, Here's the thing. I have this, and now I have the Patreon account, and now I have the Patreon account to where it's like to where at this point the Patreon account should serve should have the same name as the YouTube account, right? So right now it's still running the creative space. I haven't changed it yet, but um I was thinking on like how to make it more network based rather than like an individual, because people gravitate to networks more than they gravitate to an individual, because it's off placing, right? They feel more like they're a part of something rather than they're I don't want to say following somebody, but more like they're um um looking at a celebrity, right? Um, Following a personality, right? So that's just the space that I'm in the niche that I'm in with YouTube. Um, so that's the biggest hurdle that I pretty much have with my entire YouTube channel. So at this point, it is simply building the network name. Now I've been thinking about network names, right? And I even have that's what it's going to be. So empty crate. Empty Crate Studios. That's what it'll be right there. It'll be Empty Crate Studios. So on one hand, and that's really where my mind is. Um, because I can have it to where it, and that's another thing. So I can have Empty Crate Studios, Thunder God Rami, right? To where Thunder God Rami is my personal page, and Empty Crate Studios is essentially the network to where the stories are held, where the art, the book reviews, the business development, and then I figure that I'm able to properly separate these. I feel like that will work because there's a middle path that needs to be walked with YouTube in terms of actually building enough variety, and but at the same time enough structure, right? So I'm thinking that simple stories every Friday works just fine, or Wednesday and Friday can also work. So let's say that if I'm back here on Paint, on Wednesday and Friday we'll have the we'll have the story videos. um we'll have the story videos on Wednesday and Friday. Get the text here. Where's my text at? All right, so video books, stories, video books, title. So I can upload those on Wednesday and Friday, which means I would need to have those prepared on Tuesday and Thursday. So I'll put the prep Tuesday and Thursday. Keep in mind, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just figuring this out with you guys. You guys are here with me as I'm figuring this out. Video book chapter video rendered. This is what I used to do on YouTube as a hobby back in middle school, right? I would have my videos prepared and then I would upload them when it was time to upload them. So that's having those rendered out, right? Where I have those things rendered out. Freeform selection. So what I'll actually do, okay. So what I actually do is I'll take this, I'll move this, okay, move it. It's my first time on MS Paint. So, scheduling benefits. Like, this is essentially me just like figuring out my schedule, right? So, there's uploads and renders. So, this half will be uploads. Uploads will be on this side, renders will be on this side, right? And this is just for YouTube. So, my schedules need to be able to overlap properly, effectively, and efficiently. And this is just me starting out. So, I don't see myself basically doing this any longer than like I want to say 5 years. I can do this like a solid 5 years before my conglomerate actually takes off. Simply because this is like very good humble beginnings as what I want to do long term, which is be the main business developer for my conglomerate, right? So that's simply the case. So we have here. So that means Monday. I mean, that means I'll have to be editing for most of these days. And on Friday is when the Zen show's released. So Friday is the release of the Zen show, which means the Zen show has to be done on Thursday. In this little space here, this little gray space here that I'm making, it'll be my editing and drawing days, right? So this should be the last day to be rendering the other video. Um, so just to make this a little more easier to look at, to comprehend, brush just to make this better to comprehend. The blue is finished Zensho chapter. Now with Zensho right now, I'm still in the beginning stages of the Zensho magazines, which is basically me making several one-shot chapters of Zenshos. It's been a lot. It's been much slower, um, than what I originally anticipated and wanted for it. But I hope to be able to start drawing these daily and uploading them and engaging with people and marketing and all of that good stuff. Um, how I want to the point, uh, till I get the viewership that I want, right? So even with Zenshos, completed renders. Okay. So and then that gets the completed renders. So the purple is the completed renders. So for example, this is a release, this is a video release, and this is a video release of the video books that I would be doing Wednesday and Friday. That would mean that on Thursday and Tuesday, those chapters would have to be done. So I would be still editing on Monday, or actually this says renders. It should say editing. Should say editing. Should go to college. Anyway. All right, so purple is editing. Days for editing. Yellow is having having videos rendered, upload on Wednesday. Then Thursday I have the other video rendered, and then on Friday I release the video that I finished rendering on Thursday. Meaning that Zenshos also need to be drawn. So green will be drawing Zenshos. Now yesterday I didn't do anything yesterday. Zensho wise. Did I do something? Oh, I know Sunday I drew my Zensho. Um, but I need to do a lot better with Zenshos because I've been failing that business. Simply by not working on it. So I gotta like not do that and and keep working on it. So drawing Zenshos, drawing Zenshos. Drawing Zenshos is a daily thing for me. They have to be because if they're not, then they're not going to get done. So and some may oh wait, some may ask why don't I have any editing planned for why don't I have any editing planned for Friday? That's because the editing should be done by Thursday. The editing should be done by Thursday and Tuesday. So if I'm still editing a completed video, then I'm falling behind. So Friday will have to be the start for new things. So now I need a color for new things. Which I'll put here. So red is starting new thing. Starting new Zensho chapter. And then I also need time for fan engagement. Now keep in mind this is all in the course of like the daytime, right? So I got 24 hours. You see what I'm looking at on time here. I'm recording for 35 minutes. So essentially So essentially, I've got 24 hours in the day, and I know for a fact that on Friday is when I have to start my new video, when I need to start editing again, when I need to start my new Zen shows, my new editing, my new um and all of that. So there's always like a start finish factor. So finish is Wednesday and Friday. That's the big goal that I'm going for. Start a new Zen show chapter and still drawing, right? So I also need to build a portfolio. So building a portfolio, okay, I got to save this now. I'll just put this as second document. And then I'll change it and I'll make it look pretty and stuff like that as time goes on. I'll build a portfolio. So I'm building a portfolio right now, just for sake of getting jobs, commission work, projects. I really want to be in a space to where I'm doing a lot of collaborative efforts with people that I enjoy talking with, and really just meshing and blending ideas in business and things of the sort. So building a portfolio on Instagram, a professional one, um, etc. I'm not gonna do any etc. right now, but on Instagram, a professional one, a private one, um, which Instagram would be the public one, which will go on the Rami public. I mean the Thunder God, the Thunder God Rami Instagram page, a professional, a private one. Um, Basically these portfolios that I'll be able to advance in various industries with. So and basically what I want to do is I want to have my own industry, right? So I understand this is a lot of information. I understand this is a lot of prep work that I'm doing, and I understand that it takes a lot to follow along with this type of stuff, and this information. So if you are definitely new to any of this, it might be hard for you to follow along with this just because I have so much pre-knowledge and so much pre-study on this entire industry. I've been in it for over a decade, but I've never taken it seriously as a career until the first of this year, 2022. So this is definitely my career. This is definitely where I want to be at with as far as like my mentality within the industry. Um, and basically all that I want to do with life, and essentially just right now it's just pushing forward Empty Crate Studios, pushing forward Thunder God Rami, um which is the personal account, which is a personal um uh page, channel, what have you, brand, whatever you want to call it. And essentially uh so now I just need space to build a portfolio, right? So on Friday is the start of the starting new Zen show chapter, drawing that chapter. Now here I also have in the green drawing Zen shows. So Zen shows is a lot of work. I'll actually show you guys what Zen shows are. Now Zen shows are not where I want them to be at just yet. In terms of like quota, right? So I've always been about a quota, reaching a goal, making processes, steps towards those goals, like a ladder, right? And the way to get from the first floor to the second floor is to build up some steps. You have to know how many steps you want, and you got to know how to get from one area to another. So I'm here on my underscore Rami Lee 717 account. And I'll just search up Zen Show magazine, right? Now, I'm sure that some of you guys, I'm sure that y'all are here watching this. Y'all are definitely here watching this from a state of like, wow, since your magazine only has 69 followers, that is wild. Like, I can't, like, the page has grown so much, it's come such a long way. But essentially, this is the very first Zen show that I ever made. Um, so essentially, it's a comic series um, that's hosted on that's hosted on Instagram that is strictly on Instagram. Maybe we'll do some animated shorts or something like that in the future. I'm not too I'm not planning for that right now in terms of adaptations of some of these comics. But right now I really have to strike while the iron is hot because I always have this inner fear of not inner fear but precaution of someone else taking my idea. No one has ever tried to do something like this before. I know that for a fact. It's because of the formula that I have while doing this and the way how my mind works. I know for a fact no one has ever tried to do anything like this Zen show or like this magazine that I've uploaded and posted and that I'm working hard on. So it's really a thing of being around others that understand me and only entertaining people that understand me. People that want to basically get on and help Sensual Magazine, um, basically in total. So that's what Sensual Magazine is. So here's the Patreon that that I'll be doing. So on one side, and this is always the complication with with on one hand you have Empty Crate Studios, on the other hand you have Thunder God Rami. So I'm Thunder God Rami, but I'm in Empty Crate Studios, right? I'm in Origin Studios, right? I'm in that's the studio that I'm developing all of this stuff for. And it gets complicated because or overcomplicated just because of just because of the process that it takes in order to make these things. So I also have Origin Studios. Now Empty Crate on my business plan. I'm looking at a business plan, by the way. I did not even tell you guys that. But on my business plan, it says Empty Crate, um, which is more so production, but really just it's really like a team that I really want to form. Um, but I know for a fact that having two studios is way too much right now. Um, but Thunder God Rami and Empty Crate Studios are definitely two of the things that I am focused on right now. So crafting the schedule, um, excuse me, crafting the schedule, starting new Zen show chapters, and you guys now know what Zen shows are. You've seen Zen shows, so you know that drawing Zen shows and formulating them and uploading them all takes time. It actually is something that can realistically be done in like 2 days, um, or I mean like in a course of like 5 6 hours. Um, if I just cram it out and just and if I really have to like meet the deadline. So so for example, the Zen show has to be done by Thursday or Wednesday because I actually don't have that just yet. Chapter editing. So this is full video rendered. Starting new Zen show chapter, but there needs to be completed Zen show. And thank you guys so much for viewing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Leave me a like, comment, and definitely follow because we definitely got a lot of work to do. So, completed Zen show chapter. So at this point, if Zen shows begin to fail, or if I don't reach these deadlines, it's completely it's not bueno, right? It's a non-negotiable. I gotta do this. I gotta get this going for myself, just so I can be myself, right? Like I haven't been meditating, I haven't been working out, I haven't been doing any of the things that I should be doing for myself in order for me to succeed. And for me to be myself, be who I am. I'm a person that meditates. I'm a person that has physical fitness goals. I'm a person that has strict routine intermittent fasting based diet. So me strategically not being on a strategy of me doing the things that I need to do puts me in a place of constant need for more development. It puts me in a need for the ability to constantly grind. It's a it's a predetermined failure for additional success, right? So I'm sure that you guys are just watching this in the future and being like, wow, like full attention, full eyes on me, full all of that. And I'm thankful for you guys, and I hope you guys are being able to get something from this. But like just looking at these lines and dots, these color coded lines and dots, and being able to work through this with me is a blessing. Is a blessing you guys are bestowing on me, and I am thankful for you. But on another note, on Thursday having these blue in blue here in the deep blue have the completed Zen show chapter, which means that I'm drawing Zen shows on Friday, starting a new chapter on Friday of drawing it, figuring it out, working it through the process. Also drawing one on Thursday, so the deadline is not as now here, and here's what I have. Here's the confusion that always happens here, right? Is the chapter ending? Why? Oh wait, hold on. Finish Zen show chapter. This needs to be the brown, or you know what, the grays are being used as dividers right now. So it's very important that this stuff be divided out. You can be on a much better program than this. You can be scheduling out your you can be scheduling out your career in a much more organized fashion. But this is just what I'm doing right now for the sake of time, for the sake of just being able to get it done and really just being able to do it. Like I have Photoshop, I have Krita, I have Paint Tool SI. You guys can see Paint Tool SI right here. I have programs and things of the nature. But the thing is basically just being able to get it done, right? So we have the key here, we have the schedule here, and we have the ability to implement. So Thursday, completed Zen show chapter. Completed Zen show chapter is on Thursday. So drawings and shows is on Thursday, and this is where the confusion comes in, right? This is literally where the confusion comes in, because where am I working on Zen shows that should already be done, right? So also the thing with the video book chapters, when am I starting a new video book? When am I actually implementing the video book that I need to be implemented, right? So so we're starting with the Wednesday and Thursday definite video upload, right? So we're taking a break from unification right now. We're going here, the underline. So Wednesday, Thursday, these are my anchor points, right? These are my anchor points, right? So Wednesday and Thursday are definitely my anchor points where YouTube videos are being uploaded. Now, the other thing that is mandatory for the page right now is engagement, right? That is following for follow, being able to market properly, talking to people. The thing is, this is social media, right? This is social media. If you're not social in this game, then you will not succeed how you want to succeed, right? I'm going to show you my biggest Instagram account so far, which is the Ronald X Shanks one. Now, this is the other thing, is being in a preset niche. So I'm in the Thunder God Rami. I'm in Excuse me. So I'm in the One Piece community, right? What is playing in this? All right. Here we go. So that music was really getting me. So Ronald X Shanks has about 1,600 followers right now, right? Has 1,600 followers. It is, and I'm following 1,000 people so far. So it's been a big follow for follow. I've been super talking to people. I've been super engaging with my page. And actually, it will probably be even more if not for various other circumstances, such as me losing my phone at the time, me losing my email, my password, me being inactive for a good like 4 or 5 months. Like you'd even look here. Um, it was this one. This was like one of my last posts before I lost my phone, which was January 31st of 2021, which was the very end of January of last year. So in a year, I got 1,000 followers, which can actually be replicated. But the thing is, being able to have a supportive fan base that will like buy stuff from you, right? People who are like, let me get a T-shirt, let me make some T-shirts, make some merch, and things of the nature. And actually being able to have like those types of connections with people and being able to make those types of bonds with people, which is where the Patreon comes in. Um, which is a completely thing, like which is a completely different thing. So this is what we do in a week, right? This is where's the paint? So this is done in a week, right? So this would then be replicated throughout the week, and someone would be like, yeah, that's a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work. It's not easy. It's not easy like becoming successful, right? If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. If you want to be fit, if it was easy to be fit, everyone would do it. It's not, right? It's not that it's not easy. It's that it's for people who grow and develop a ideal championship mindset, an ideal champion's mindset. It's what's needed for this type of thing. So this is something that's replicated throughout the week. So this is what the entire month would look like, right? From a set point in the day to a set point to another set point in the day of you knowing what you're doing and being able to engage and being able to do what you want to do in life. So so the sun is going down. I'm in California right now. It is 4:37. The sun goes down early, really early at like 5 o'clock. Which is as a Floridian is definitely something I used to. But I'm gonna have to turn on the light in here in a little minute. But not focus on that. Focus on this right now. Um. So Monday, right? So knowing that a video has to be rendered completely by Tuesday means that have I have to know where I'm going to be, where that video is going to be in processing. Processing. Knowing what stage the video needs to be in. That's the biggest thing with the entire That's the biggest thing with this entire. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I hope you guys can hear this, but that's the. Am I recording? I am recording. It's perfect. Okay. Knowing what stage the video needs to be in, which by Monday is a review day, right? So I need a review day for myself. So I'll edit colors. I'll add me a new swatch here. What color don't I have? I don't have like a um. I don't have like a brown. All right, so then I'll put this. So essentially, this is processing review just to make sure that everything is flowing properly the where it's supposed to be during the week. Now, another thing that I have to take note of is growth. Taking note, growth. Taking note of growth, right? That's another really big necessity in preparing to be successful. So right now we're just preparing to be successful, and we're going to work really hard at it, and we're going to hope for the best, and we're going to do everything that we can to systematically make sure and guarantee that we are where we want to be, where we want to be by the end of the year. So this is processing. Okay, so wait. So this is processing. I want to say allocation, but it's more so um processing review, which could also be seen as like you're rendering a review for a video, but you're not. It's processing the review, processing processing here I can make this a lot simpler. I can put processing um project review, processing and this is always what it comes down to. What is the thing that you're doing? What is it called? So I know that I'm planning projects, but it's more so processing. See, so I put knowing what stage the video needs to be in, but I also need to know what stage these intros are in. I also need to know what stage the writing chapters for the video is in. I need to know all of these things. So um not only taking not only with taking note of growth, but also with I'm only in a vacant space. This is the truth. I'm in a vacant space where other characters cannot intervene or enter. I pray to God for defense, and He answers those prayers, and He provides me with defense from other mortal forces, and I am very thankful to Him for that eternally and 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 honestly thankful to the Lord. I'm thankful that He blesses me. So He keeps me well defended from the forces of other worldly beings and of anything that can try to hinder my goal or stop my processes or be adjacent to my goals and counterintuitive to my beliefs or my anything else for that matter. In knowing what stage a video needs to be in. That was just a prayer I had to say real quick. Knowing what stage a video needs to be in. I forgot I was recording for a second. I'm not editing it out. So knowing what stage a video needs to be in, the Zen shows the chapter, etc. So, writing the chapter. When do I have the chapters done? Processing weekly review. Um, I don't like the term weak because weak is like the opposite of strong. So I really try to use I'm really looking for a word where I don't have to use the word week anymore to describe my week, my 7 day period. Processing 7 day review. So, or seven, I don't like using the word day either because it's like a DA, but you know, that's just me personally. Um, 7 yay review. So I like to use the word yay as in like yippee hooray, yay, instead of like day, because it's like a trick on the mind almost, that I feel like I'm just super sensitive to that type of stuff. That's just me. Anyway, I'm gonna save this real quick. All right, I'm in my vault, and I'm going to save this as 7 yay process. So on Monday is the day where the processing takes place. So like I said that this is the works completed. It does not have to look super perfect. Works completed. What do you what is it called for? What is it called for? What is it called for development? This is a time to develop the processes. So in fact, I could probably only have this for as one of them, right? So I can do this work completed side, prep, development. So on prep days, these are the prep days. This is the other prep. This is the start of the prep day for Zen shows. The Red Friday, um, the blue and yellow Thursday, and the yellow Tuesday, um, which all makes sense. Whenever you really process it out. So keep in mind that on Tuesday and Thursday, these are days, and the thing is really uploading this type of like file size. So I'm already going for like an hour, 4 minutes. I'm gonna go for another 20, what is that, 20, 26 minutes, for another 26 minutes on this video, and I'll probably just keep uploading these over and over again. um um so starting the week on Monday, I'm processing my 7 yay review. I'm seeing what needs to be done, what path I'm on, what track that I'm on. I think that on Thursday would be a great day to allocate this again as well. So I'm going to put on Thursday another 7-Yay review. I think it's a very good margin. Now, keep in mind, notice what I'm doing on these days because this works very well for me. With me personally and my strategy in terms of me scheduling out my 7 days. Um, Today is a Tuesday, by the way. So by tomorrow, I will have to have a video book chapter completed. And so today it would have to be rendered. It's 5 o'clock, which means if I'm going to start today, which I obviously am going to do that, I am going to be working for the rest of the day once I'm done with this, and I'm going to pump that video out, and I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to basically do everything that I can to make sure that it succeeds. The thing with YouTube doesn't do DMs anymore necessarily, so I can't really get in the trenches and really like push market myself as much as I would like to, because that's what I would do just in terms of like building an audience. Like, how else do you build your audience other than like fan engagement, collaborations, um doing works for people and things of the nature. um but that has to be another um section here. So um which I'm talking about is basically marketing. So marketing is going to have to look into be a schedule just as much as this. So on Monday and Thursday is a processing 7-Yay review of just seeing where I'm at during the week for the next 7 days, and essentially seeing how those things basically contribute, right? So on Monday I do the 7-Yay review. Tuesday I have the video rendered for the um for the book chapter, which in this case would be the Journey Across Stars. So that's to say that on Wednesday you guys will be getting the first chapter of that. Um, on Wednesday that first chapter will be released. Um, if not Wednesday, then Thursday. If I miss one, then that's fine. It's simply like push the deadline back. So this is the ability to push the deadline back. Um, you don't want to push the deadline back too much, and you do want some reward and punishment scheduled for yourself in case you do, in fact, miss some deadlines. But for right now, I'm not focused on that. Right now, I'm just pretty much just doing what I'm thankful that I'm doing right now, which I've been waiting to do for a little minute in terms of like recording with you guys. I've been waiting for the new year just as a time marker, just to see where I would be at this time next year. So we're just gonna keep going. We're just going to keep focusing only on positive energy. We're going to keep on focusing on productivity, and overall business advancement, because everything in life is great. I'm thankful. And overall, yeah, everything's awesome right now. So Monday, let's say that everything is going great. Um, let's say that I have the video rendered. Let's say the video is going to get rendered. So what stage should the video be in for it to be rendered? So I'm thinking by 12 o'clock, midnight Tuesday, midnight, first thing in the morning on Tuesday, because 12 a.m. goes around. That's the new day. That's Monday. 12 a.m. my time, the video needs to be rendered. So on Monday is whenever I make the final touches. I'm gonna just write that down real quick. Growth. Right. This color. This size. Wow. Let's go a little bit bright. I need darker colors so I can see them. Monday, Tuesday by 12 a.m. Tuesday by 12 a.m. Video needs to be rendered. So that's to say by 12 a.m. that day, like all of Tuesday, the video was rendered. It's just waiting for me to upload it for the next day. It's a huge that's a huge load off my shoulders, and it's something else too because me having already have worked on YouTube, me already being somewhat vested in the industry, I'm thankful, right? I'm able to do this. This is something that's super simple. I've just been marinating my abilities, really just letting them blossom and really just letting them flourish. So that's to say that through Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, I need to be working on the video that I need to have rendered on Tuesday. So that's to say that Thursday is the perfect day to start working on the new chapters. So that also gives me some great time ahead to think. Because working on two videos about one series, um, it's quite the challenge because I can do two videos. I can do two videos on different series, or I can do it on the exact same series. In terms of what fans would engage with the most is something consistent. Um, like for example, um, Zen shows is something very similar to what I do on this channel, but Zen shows are a comic manga based um, style of storytelling. So it's simply a different art form. So I think that telling one story, um, and just flat out and preparing that story and having that story prepped and ready to go and for 2 days in the week, that way people they have a lot more to look forward to than just the one thing. I think that really advances them, um, which is simply a good thing here. So on Thursday will be the start two of the one or two. mm, mm. So definitely Thursday is going to be the start of the Wednesday. That's definitely the case. All right, so I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to put this start Wednesday, start Wednesday, start Wednesday, um, video chapter. And now I now have a benchmark. So Wednesday, I have the video started. I have the chapter started by Thursday. By Thursday, I have the video started. Well, I also have one on Wednesday, but on Wednesday and Thursday, I have the video started. So that means that by Saturday, Saturday is my process for having the video. If we go back to my process, my process here, so the pink would be writing the chapter out. So the pink would be writing the chapter out. We can just do this real quick. Okay, that's wrong. So the pink would be writing the chapter out, right? Oh wow, okay. It's frustrating. It's also not work. So a little bit. Okay. So so on Thursday we start writing the chapter. And yes, I'm going to put this in pink for you guys. So where's my hmm, hmm. Hmm. So Thursday is whenever the video starts, and this is preparing for Wednesday. So that means that Saturday, on Saturday, the writing chapter needs to be completed by Saturday. Or if I'm working on it on Thursday, that's me starting it on Thursday. I'm working on it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Monday. So that's 5 days to work on it. That's 5 days to work on it. So within this 5 day process, it needs to be recorded, animated, rendered, uploaded for Wednesday. Which means that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday has to be that whole time has to be spent working that whole those whole 3 days those whole 3 days here those whole 3 days here the days of some I actually don't have that this color used yet. This is one of my favorite colors, cyan, which is funny. Anyway, so pink is start working video chapters. So if you guys remember, we're using the gray tones. We're using the where's da, da, da. We're using the gray tones for the development processes, right? So the cyan will be used. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so the cyan will be used for the completed. Well, let me think here. So there's a couple things that have to happen within this process. It starts on Thursday, me making this video. On Friday, hmm, on Friday, I need to be. Oh, okay, all right. Well, anyway, on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, this is where I went. I didn't finish this. Right chapter completed by Friday. So literally, that's what happened. Apologies. Really good. Completed by Friday. Recording audio, animating the video is what takes the majority of the time. So that's what Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are going to be spent on. So I'm going to say that also recording the audio needs to take place on Friday. Recording, edit the audio. This needs to be completed. Recording and editing the audio needs to be completed by Friday. So my starting days for projects are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I haven't written down the Wednesday one yet, so don't worry about it just yet. Okay, this is because I got ahead of myself with Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with the purple because that's when I'm editing, whatever that means. Because we've been doing this for a couple hours now, so all right, we're still good on time with an hour and 22 minutes. Um, I'm just going to upload this. Then we're just going to keep flowing through with this. So editing, I have going for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which was my confusion because I haven't even planned that far yet. So how could I even know when I'm going to be doing this? It's literally the thing. I didn't even realize when I was going to start the damn projects. So on Thursday I start the projects. Friday, the projects are done. So essentially how this works is it's overlapping from Tuesday to that Monday. It is now rendered and then uploaded on Wednesday. And then on that Wednesday, the video that I release on Thursday is rendered and then uploaded on Friday. So that's how that works. So I need to make sure I'm not having used this color just yet. So this represents
What?
starting and then the blue is starting the Friday chapter. Or do I think I have that mixed up? Just me thinking about my workload, me thinking about my work process. If I start working on a video on Thursday, if I start working on a video on Thursday and I complete writing it on Friday, hypothetically speaking, starting on Friday. I finished editing it and recording it on Friday, and I animated Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then recorded on Tuesday. I mean, not record on Tuesday, render it, and it's done by Tuesday, and it's uploaded on Wednesday. Then the one that I made on Wednesday would then be uploaded on Wednesday, and then the other one is prepared on Thursday, as well as the Zen Show chapter. Because I'm like, there's some extra allocated time there. Because I still have to do Zen shows. Completed Zen Show chapter, video rendered. Completed Zen Show chapter, video rendered. So that means that with starting on Wednesday, the video should actually be rendered that Monday if I'm following the same formula here. But I'm aiming for something completely different. So I've definitely confused myself, but I gotta figure it out. So if I start working on them on Thursday, I edit it. This is me thinking about the Friday upload. No, this is me thinking about the Wednesday upload. Thursday start for Wednesday upload. Because the Friday video is already rendered and waiting to be uploaded. Right here. It says right here in the yellow. Yellow, the Friday video is rendered, and on Tuesday, the Wednesday video is rendered. So the Friday video is rendered on Thursday, on this hypothetical Thursday that I am on schedule and everything's going perfectly fine. A video just got uploaded, and the Friday video was rendered from Wednesday's work. Because in order for me to make the Wednesday deadline 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does that meet on the same day? That doesn't make any sense. There's a buffer time that I have here, which is this Wednesday. So right now the goal is to complete the next deadline, which would be the Tuesday one. So with this pink, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 days to make the Tuesday deadline. which is the Wednesday's upload, which is this one. All right, guys, I'm pretty sure this time. Yes, it is now one. It is an hour 30 minutes into the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thank y'all so much. See y'all in the next one.